You think you know pain. You think you understand struggle? You don't. Not until you've fallen and lost everything that made you feel strong. Not until you've looked in the mirror and seen a version of yourself you no longer recognize. That's where I've been. That's where every true warrior has been. I wasn't born invincible. I wasn't always powerful. I was broken, beaten, crushed under the weight of my own pride. There was a time when I thought strength was everything that power defined who I was. And when I was defeated, when I was humiliated, I thought it was the end. But I was wrong. That was the beginning. You see, a warrior doesn't rise because the world gives him a chance. A warrior rises because he refuses to stay down. Because even when the world forgets him, even when the universe moves on, his pride does not. That pride becomes his fire, his reason, his curse, and his salvation. I've trained in silence. I've fought battles no one will ever see. I've bled for victories no one will ever know. There's no applause in my story, no easy path. Only the sound of my heartbeat, echoing in the void, reminding me that I'm still alive, still fighting, still standing. There were moments when I wanted to quit, when I felt like no matter how hard I pushed, I'd always be second best. To Kakarot, to destiny, to fate itself. But that's where I found my truth. I realized that my purpose was never to outshine someone else. It was to outshine the man I used to be. Do you understand what that means? It means every scar, every defeat, every sleepless night is not weakness. It's evolution. It's the proof that you're still fighting when others have given up. That's what it means to have the pride of a warrior. People talk about strength like it's something you're born with. It's not. Strength is earned in the moments you want to quit, but don't. In the hours when no one is watching, when the world doubts you, ignores you, leaves you behind, that's where strength is born. I've stood on battlefields, drenched in silence, staring at the wreckage of my own failures. I've been beaten by enemies, stronger than I could imagine. But each defeat carves something into me, something that can't be taught, something that can't be taken away. The hunger to rise again. There's beauty in that pain, the kind only warriors understand. When your body screams to stop and your mind whispers, just one more. When your heart breaks, but your pride says, not yet. That's when you meet your real self. Not the one the world sees. The one forged in the dark. The one that refuses to die. You want redemption? Then earn it. You want respect? Then fight for it. You want power? Then suffer for it. No one will hand it to you. No one will believe in you until you make them. Until your silence turns into results. Until your scars speak louder than your excuses. I used to think I was fighting others. Frieza! Cell! Kakarot! But the truth is, I was fighting my own weakness. My own ego. My own fear of being less than what I thought I was. And when I finally understood that, I became unstoppable. Because when you face yourself, when you accept that every flaw, every failure, every scar is a part of your story, you stop hiding. You stop pretending. You stop running. You become free. And freedom, that's real strength. The world will never understand the ones who train in silence. They won't see the hour. They won't see the sweat. They won't feel the pain. But that's fine. You don't need them to. Because the moment you start craving validation, you lose your power. You stop growing. A warrior's pride doesn't depend on applause. It's built in solitude. It's sharpened through failure. It's tested in moments when no one is there to cheer you on. That's where you decide who you are. And if you're still here, still breathing, still fighting, then you haven't lost. You're just in the middle of your comeback. I've been broken before. But each time I rose, I came back colder, sharper, stronger. Not because I wanted to prove something to others, but because I refused to let weakness define me. Every warrior must die in one form before being reborn in another. That's how growth works. That's how evolution happens. And if you're going through hell right now, good. That means you're in the middle of transformation. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them say you've changed. Because they're right. You have. You're not who you were before. You've been through too much to ever go back. That's what pride does. It doesn't let you settle. It doesn't let you stop. It whispers in your ear. Keep going. Even when your body fails. Even when your heart aches. Even when everything in you screams, give up. That voice stays. That voice pushes. That voice becomes you. And one day, when you finally rise from the ashes, when they see you standing stronger than ever before, they'll say, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile, because they'll never understand what it took. They'll never know the night you spent fighting your own demons. They'll never feel the silence that nearly broke you. They'll only see the result, not the war. But that's fine, because the war was never theirs to understand. It was yours to win. And when you look back, when you see how far you've come, you'll realize something. The strength you were chasing was never about power levels or status. It was about self-respect, about proving to yourself that no matter how many times you fall, you'll rise again. That's the pride of a warrior. It's not arrogance. It's not ego. It's the refusal to bow, the refusal to let life break you, the refusal to let weakness define your story. Because even when everything is stripped away, your pride remains. It's the one thing no one can take. Not fate, not failure, not defeat. I am who I am because I refuse to quit. Because every fall was just another chance to rise higher. Because I understood that strength isn't found in victory. It's built in loss. The loss that teaches you who you are when everything is gone. That's where warriors are born. In silence. In darkness, in pain. So if you're standing there right now, tired, broken, unseen, listen to me. Don't give up. Don't let this moment define you. Let it sharpen you. Let it harden you. Let it forge the kind of pride that no defeat can touch. Because the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more relentless ones. The ones who keep going when no one believes. The ones who fight through exhaustion, through fear, through doubt. The ones who understand that real power doesn't shout, it endures. That's what Vegeta stands for. Not perfection, not glory, but perseverance. The willingness to keep standing, to keep training, to keep evolving, no matter how many times life knocks you down. And when the world sees you again, when you step back into the light, stronger than ever, they'll realize what true pride looks like. It's not about being better than others. It's about never giving up on yourself. So remember this. When you fall, rise. When you're broken, rebuild. When they doubt you, stay silent. And let your actions speak. Because a warrior's comeback doesn't need an announcement. It only needs results. And when you finally reach that moment when you stand at the top again, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the pain that built you, the loneliness that refined you, the defeats that taught you. Carry them with pride, because they made you who you are. This is the pride of a warrior, the mindset that never breaks, the fire that never dies, the spirit that rises again and again, until nothing and no one can stop it. You are not finished. You are not done. You're just in the middle of your greatest comeback. And when it's all over, when the dust settles, they'll remember one thing. You never quit. You never surrendered. You never lost your pride. That's what it means to be a Saiyan. That's what it means to be a warrior. That's what it means to be Vegeta. But the truth is, I wasn't born a king. I was broken into one. Every scar on my body, every defeat I've tasted, forged something deeper than strength. It forged pride, not arrogance, not ego, but the kind of pride that burns in silence when everyone else walks away. The kind that whispers, "Get up," even when your body refuses to move. I've fallen countless times. I've been humiliated, beaten, crushed beneath powers greater than mine. And yet, I kept rising, because that's what a warrior does. You think pain breaks you. It doesn't. Pain shows you who you truly are. It rips away your excuses. It strips your soul bare, until all that's left is the truth. And the truth is this: if you still breathe, if your heart still beats, then you haven't lost yet. You only lose when you surrender your pride. You only fall when you stop standing up. I've trained in silence when no one believed in me. I've bled alone. I cried in the dark. And yet, I rose again. Stronger, sharper, colder. Because my pride wouldn't let me quit. My pride wouldn't let me settle. And you have that same fire inside you. You may doubt it now. You may feel like you're not enough. But that voice in your head, the one that refuses to die, that's your Saiyan spirit. That's the warrior in you, waiting to rise again. So don't give in. Not now. Not ever. Stand tall. Let your pain become your weapon. Let your pride guide you through the darkness. Because one day, they'll see you, not as the one who fell, but as the one who never stayed down. That is the pride of a warrior. That is Vegeta's way. And when that day comes, when they finally witness what you've become, they'll understand. You weren't fighting times them. Asterisk. You were fighting times yourself. Asterisk. Every weakness, every doubt, every limit you once believed in, you destroyed it. That's what true evolution is. Not perfection, but the refusal to stop rising, ever